At the beginning of this week, you are indeed going to feel a really strong empathy when it comes to other people in your life. This empathy that you're going to feel for other people that you're going to come across, it's kind of going to open your eyes, but it's also going to help you to understand something very specific about yourself. And even more so, you are a kind of this empathy that you're going to feel for others. It's purely because what are you going to become aware of, and what you're going to come across. This is going to make you think, and this is going to make you wonder. But most importantly, it's going to not only going to make you aware of things, but it's going to help you to fully embrace your own emotions. And that in itself is really, on another hand, going to make you realize that all you need to do at this stage in your life is one final push. This in itself is going to come in a form of you realizing, very interesting ideas, a very interesting idea how to work on your own problem that was slowing you down, and at the same time that was really kind of affecting your life in so many different ways. Only a couple of days after that moment in time, you are going to really find yourself on a stage in your life completely unplanned, thinking about something very specific. And when I say about something very specific, it's all about what you're going to think, what is actually inspiring you, what is something it's going to be making you extremely enthusiastic. And I know this sounds like this doesn't have anything to do with this, you fully embracing your own emotions, you know what I mean? But this is absolutely strongly connected. As I said, only a couple of days after that moment in time, you are going to forget about all this, and you are at the same time going to kind of have a mental preparation for what is to come. And after that mental preparation, you are going to ground yourself, you're going to center yourself. So you will see how this mental preparation is going to come. At the moment in time when you become aware of this situation, when you're going to fully embrace your own emotions, at that moment in time, something is going to happen, and 2 days later, within the next 2 days, you are going to be going through a very interesting stage and the progress and the process in your life, where you are going to really kind of feel the need to do something spiritual, or to kind of meditate, or to reconnect with yourself spiritually, or you will want to kind of just really maybe visit the forest, or you know what I mean? It's like you will kind of feel like you want to take a day or two out without even realizing you're actually doing it. It's like being in a hermit mode, but you're not being in a hermit mode as such, because you're way more energetic, okay, and you're way more kind of open-minded towards new possibilities in your life. I'm not saying that you're not open-minded when you're in a hermit mode, but I'm just saying that this is indeed going to feel different. The bottom line is this couple of days are going to help you to mentally prepare, and without even thinking, 2 days after that moment in time, you're suddenly gonna wake up in the morning, and there is something going to be on your mind, some kind of specific information, something is going to be on your mind, and you will know that this is an aspect of your life that you need to find out more, you need to explore, you need to go further with this no matter what, because at this moment in time, this is only going to become something very attractive to you, something that is going to kind of feel very optimistic and re-energized while you're just thinking about it. But it's going to come in a form of you wanting to explore and find out more, investigate more. Well, this is exactly what you're going to do, whether you want this or not. It's not only about this being on your mind the very first thing in the morning. No, baby, no. It's about this not being able to leave your mind whatsoever. And whether you want it or not, you are going to find yourself investigating and inspecting this. What am I saying to you? And at the same time, suddenly you're gonna start feeling also at around that time like a very emotional in such a way, just suddenly weirdly out of the blue. There are lots of people that are going to be on your mind who you haven't seen in a long time, maybe certain people from your childhood, maybe certain people from about 10 or 15 years ago. They're suddenly going to be on your mind, and almost suddenly you will want to reconnect with them. This is a very powerful sign. It's not about reconnection. Yeah, of course, reconnect with them, but it's it's more about what else you're going to feel, because through these people that are going to be on your mind, there is also a very, very special element of your life that it's missing, that it's going to become absolutely evident that you need to focus on, and it's missing, and you need to bring it in right now, because that's missing when it comes to your spiritual purpose. This is very, very important for you to understand. So it's not only about the people who are on your mind when you kind of focus on things, like when suddenly you start thinking about them, no baby, no, but what other things are going to be on your mind at that moment in time, because you will understand, you will see exactly what I mean. Something very specific, it's going to become evident that's missing in your life, and this is something that is the part of your journey that you need to bring in. And this is how you're also going to know that not that long after that moment in time, you are just remember, you're going to be in the mode of exploring, investigating, and then suddenly you're going to feel like a very kind of strong nostalgia when it comes to the certain people in your life. And just remember to pay attention to what else do you feel and what else come to you, because it's going to show you the part of your life that you need. It's the part of your progress, and it's the part of your life that you're missing. Very often we leave a certain part of us behind, and we pick it up again when the time is right. So it means that we were dealing with other things that were needed for our spiritual progress, and now in our karma, and now it's time. And also at the same time, I know I said this 10 million times, but it's all about following this inspiration, following what's calling you. It's going to be calling you explore, investigate, and you will not even understand what's actually happening. Only like within the next few days after that moment in time, you are going to become aware. You will know exactly your soul was speaking, your spirit was speaking, and it was leading you towards absolutely mind-blowing opportunity, like a very bright prospect, one of the brightest prospects of your life. You will know, you will understand what I mean, because these bright prospects of your life, they're not only going to make you feel extremely successful with every single aspect of you, but it's also gonna help to reconnect with yourself so much. It's gonna show you what's missing in your life. And this, my gorgeous Scorpioni, is just basically about like you finding out like so much to it, like opportunity. And as the time goes by, more and more, like it's gonna become evident how much it's actually going to come out of it, indeed, in terms of the bright prospects and rather unlimited opportunities. This is the time of your transformation. Your transformation is starting. So that means that this week is also not going to be actually good, when it comes to investing really big into something. This is pretty much so to follow your emotions and pay attention to signs and the psychic messages that you are going to have, because trust me, at around the beginning of this week, there is also going to be very, very unusual, very strange, and very bizarre sign that you are going to have at around the beginning of the week. And you will know what am I talking about here as well, because it's going to happen at a time when you are going to feel like a different vibration or a different dimension around you. Suddenly things are not going to seem real, not as such, but you are going to kind of like really feel like there is a different vibration, different energy around you. You will know that something is different, not in a bad way, but almost as if you're entering a whole new dimension here, which you obviously are. But I'm trying to say to you that this this is going to happen, like just like you're going to start feeling very, very strange and unusual. And whether this is going to be at home, when you're at home, whether this is going to be at your work, if you're working, whether this is going to be like while you're outside, it doesn't matter. It's just going to be like, oh my God, everything feels different. It's a little bit strange. And this is when you will know that you are going through a very kind of interesting transformation when it comes to your life, my gorgeous Scorpioni. But even more importantly, just pay attention to the sign that you are going to have. Very, very, so it's not only about the very unusual energy and vibration and a different dimension that you're going to become aware of, but this is your golden sign, my gorgeous Scorpioni, that you are about to have a very, very unusual sign, very interesting sign. You will see something that is completely out of this world, whether this is going to be some kind of animal, whether this is going to be very unusual and bizarre person, whether this is going to be something really strange that is actually going to take place or happen. You will know that this is completely out of this world. So at that moment in time, you need to know that you are going to have a really powerful sign. Let me show you. And the sign that you are going to have, these are all mixed up, my cards. Sorry, my gorgeous Scorpione. This sign that you are going to have, just a second, just a second, just a second, just a second. Here we go. The sign that you are going to have, it's going to be very unusual, very strange. You will know that this is your sign, but this is also going to mean, look, what the sign is going to mean, what the sign is going to mean, what the sign is going to mean. Oh my goodness. You see this? The sign is going to mean that the sign that you are going to have means that you're very, very shortly after that moment in time, you will see something that is going to inspire you like you've never, ever, ever, ever have been inspired before. So this sign, this unusual dimension that you will enter, these unusual feelings that you are going to have, take this as a gift, like it's like a blessing literally, because it's preparing you. It's going to make you aware that not that long after that moment in time, it's making you aware that you already entered this very, very special dimension. You know, when it comes to your karma and when it comes to a spiritual journey, this is very important, and that in itself means that after that moment in time, not that long after you see this unusual sign, you are gonna have such an amazing inspiration, and that something it's going to inspire you, and by the time you get to the mid part of this week, it's going to be mind-blowing, because it's all about that inspiration, and you will know what that inspiration is, because it's a lot to do with what is going to make you feel extremely excited. It's going to elevate you immediately, but you will also know what this is, because it's immediately going to make you like you want to declare something, you want to declare something, you want to say to him, you want to say to her, almost like people in your life, it's going to be on your mind. They're going to be going to remind how you want to say this to her, so how you want to say this to him. So it's to do a lot with the declaration. So just understand that very important inspiration is going to come out of it, my gorgeous Scorpione, indeed. And also, when it comes to the mid part of this week, it's just like, I like this so much, what you're gonna hear. And when it comes to the midweek, some kind of a news or some kind of a breaking news, and this breaking news that you are going to hear, it's at the same time going to be kind of like a sign for you to start something. It's time, but then at the same time, this breaking news that you are going to hear is just basically going to make you aware of exactly what steps do you need to take next. Just remember this, when you become aware of this breaking news at around the mid-week, my gorgeous Scorpione, these breaking news are also going to make you aware of, above all, what steps do you need to take next. And you are going to be thinking like, oh my God, like it's some kind of a hard work that you need to do it, but you need to understand it's to do with the hard work, and you just have to do it. You need to kind of like really stick to this plan no matter what. It's to do with the steady progress, but you need to be as direct as possible. By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Scorpione, this is going to be absolutely brilliant. Very, very important message. And this message that you're going to have is just like, it's to do with your development, it's to do with things that you have been working on, and above all, this message that you're going to have, it's really going to make you aware of exactly the fact that what's changing when it comes to you really kind of going on the next stage of your life. This is to do with the development, it's to do with the promotion, and it's to do with the kind of next stage of your life. It's really going to really inspire you, and it's just going to make you aware of some kind of new project and venture that you should definitely take on. It's to do with a new project and venture, something really little, but this is something that is going to in turn into be something rather giant. And this little project and venture that is going to seem something like really tiny at the end of the week, this is going to become one of the biggest successes of your life. This little tiny project, new project and venture that you're going to become aware of at the end of the week, it's something that is going to make make you highly successful as well. Please, 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 you need to understand, you know, these things are the best in life when they surprise us, because there is so much that you're going to learn about yourself from the beginning of this progress and process indeed. So you have to trust yourself, and you need to understand that sometimes the best, absolutely the best things in life come in a very, very small packages indeed. And this is what you need to remember. So you must not let kind of like let this to put you off, like just a little project, blah blah blah. No baby, no. This little project that I'm talking about, that it's going to become obvious as a new venture at the end of the week, it's something that it's going to absolutely explode by September 2023, and then by November 2023 your life is going to be completely different. I know I jumped all the way to 2023, almost the end, but you need to understand that now this is where this is actually going to begin, this progress, this process, which is literally going to seem something like really tiny, but it's going to end up being absolutely life-changing. You're going to see exactly what I mean, because this new project and venture already, as soon as you connect to it at the end of the week, only a couple of days later, you will understand that through that new project and venture, you're already going to have a big celebration, because there is some kind of conclusion that you're going to have. Massive problem is already with this a little venture gonna come to an end, you know. So this is already going to be a really good sign, because you are indeed going to have a reason for celebration, and that in itself is going to make you feel really excited, because you know, but also it's going to lead towards you knowing exactly what to do when it comes to other aspects of your life. This new project and venture, it's also going to give you an idea. You see, it's going to start as like something really tiny, and it's going to explode literally. So this new venture and project, it's also going to give you an idea a few days later when it comes to you know, other aspects of your life, how to turn them into the actual reality, because this is the part of you, this is the reason why you feel so grounded and so centered and so open indeed. So this is going to make you aware of an aspect of your life that came to an end. You need to accept something that came to an end and just make an adjustment. It's not even a sacrifice anymore, it's more like an acceptance that a certain part of your life came to an end, but the outcome, that what the next step would be when it comes to that, just focus on your spirituality and things that makes you feel good, things that makes you feel excited, you know. Take care of yourself, reward yourself, do something nice for yourself, but most importantly, see in terms of spirituality how you feeling, because my lord, my gorgeous Scorpioni, you are going on the next level. You're going to realize by the end of the week how deep and how special you are, and that is naturally going to make you aware of like how much you've actually changed, but how much you also understand spiritually. So your call, your spiritual purpose is going to be to really see what aspect of your life in terms of spirituality do you need to kind of like find out a little bit more. You will see everything is absolutely connected, but what is going to be happening at the end of the week, my gorgeous Scorpioni, you need to understand it's literally about to change your life. Okay, my gorgeous Scorpioni, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, psychic medium. Love you. Bye.